Hey everyone, my name is Ashley and today I have the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, and in this video we're going to do an unboxing and setup of this device so I can give y'all my first impressions. So let's dive in. So first off, as you can see, I did get the Fold 5 in the icy blue color and a 512 gigabytes of storage since Samsung was offering a free storage upgrade with their pre-order offers. When placing an order, you can choose between 256 or 512 gigabytes of storage, and there are several color options available for you to choose from. There is Phantom Black, Cream, and Icy Blue, as well as two Samsung exclusive colors, Gray and Blue. So let's dive in and see what's in this packaging. Okay, so here we have the phone in here unfolded. Put that to the side. And in here you will have basically your packaging and cables. So we have the SIM ejection tool, typical books, and then a USB-C to USB-C cable. So here we have this icy blue color. It's kind of like a baby blue. I actually really like it. Looks really nice in person. This is going to be the new color option with the Fold 5. And right away I can tell it feels fairly light compared to the Fold 4. I believe it's about 10 grams lighter, and yeah, you can actually feel it. I didn't think that I was going to be able to tell once I got it in my hand, but it does feel pretty nice. And one of these standout features is going to be the new flex hinge. So as you can see here, we have the Fold 4 on the right. So the flex hinge is going to allow the phone to close completely. As you can see, this is a significant improvement from the Fold 4, which had a gap that could allow debris to enter, which was an issue that concerned some users. Although personally, I didn't have any experience with debris issues on my Fold 4. However, the new design not only looks better, but it is going to help prevent unwanted dust or particles from entering the phone. So that is a nice added touch there. And then of course, as a result of that hinge mechanism, that's what's kind of making the phone feel a little bit lighter. Other than that, they look pretty similar. As you can see, they've moved the flash from below the camera to right beside it there. It also looks like before, I guess on the Fold 4, the Samsung lettering was etched into the hinge, whereas now it's just kind of laying flat on there. Just a minor detail there. On the side, we're going to have our volume rocker, and then right below it is the power button that also serves as a fingerprint reader. And based on my experience with the Fold 4, the fingerprint reader is quite responsive, so we shouldn't have any issues with the Fold 5. We also have the physical SIM card tray, and then we have the 5G antenna. So let's go ahead and power on the Fold 5. So this phone features a 4,400 milliamp hour battery, similar to the Fold 4. However, we do have the more efficient Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor that is found in the Samsung S23 series. And then along with that, we have 12 gigabytes of RAM. And the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 has been a great processor in the S23 Ultra that I have, so I'm excited to have it on the Fold 5. With that, you should see improved battery life moving from the Fold 4 to the Fold 5 because of that processor. But in my experience with the Fold 4, the battery life wasn't horrible, but having that extra boost will be nice as well. So setup should be fairly easy. I am going to set up with another device, meaning my Fold 4. Okay, so now we're in the setup process, and I want to bring your attention to something quite essential. You'll notice this notification about taking care of your phone. Now, this isn't just a standard message. It carries particular importance because you're dealing with a foldable device here. Foldable technology is remarkable, allowing the beautiful large screen to bend and fold into more compact shape. But with this innovation comes certain vulnerabilities. The screen, even though engineered to withstand folding, is more fragile when compared to conventional phones. That's why Samsung specifically advises against pressing on the screen or under display camera with hard or sharp objects. It may seem like common sense, but it's an essential reminder for everyday use. And applying too much pressure or using something like a pen or fingernail can cause unnecessary wear or even damage to the sensitive parts of the display, essentially around the folding area or under display camera. So when using the Galaxy Z Fold 5 or any foldable for that matter, gentle care and mindful handling can go a long way. So if you're new to foldables, you might want to take a moment to read through these instructions to adapt your handling accordingly. Okay, so we have everything set up and the apps are currently downloading. So now I'm going to open this slim S Pen case that I got with my pre-order. So the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is S Pen compatible, and in order to get the S Pen, you do have to purchase that separately. As you can see here, this S Pen did come with this case, so it is actually smaller than last year's S Pen. So this is the S Pen that came with the Fold 4 case that I have. You can definitely see that it's a lot smaller in comparison. One thing that's interesting is the S Pen with the Fold 4, it had a retractable tip to help gauge the pressure when you're using it on the inner display. However, the new one does not. So I don't know how concerning that is. I mean, I'm obviously hoping it doesn't do any damage to the inner display, but it is something quite interesting, I think. Though both S Pens will work, as you can see here. So if you want to pick up this S Pen instead, it will be compatible with the Fold 5. You just might not have a case to carry it around in. But although, I mean, while I like the size of this one, it was kind of bulky in the case, so I like the minimal look of this case with this S Pen. So obviously you can't have one without the other, so I think I'll be fine with the smaller S Pen personally, but I can see some people having issues. And for the display, we do have, of course, the same 7.6 dynamic AMOLED flex screen. However, the screen on the Fold 5 is now 30% brighter than the display on the Fold 4, giving you that 1750 nits peak brightness. So that's going to be nice. I didn't necessarily have any issues with the Fold 4 to where I thought it wasn't bright enough, but I rarely used the inner display outside. So if you are using a display outside, then that 1750 nits is going to come in handy for this inner display. And for the cameras, Samsung didn't make any changes here. Although the Fold 5 does share identical specs with the Z Fold 4, Samsung promises better image quality, especially in low light and zoom. So that's something to definitely take a look at. I mean, that's alleged. Obviously, I just unboxed this phone, so I don't know how true that is. But from other videos that I've seen, photo quality does seem to be a bit better because we have the updated processing. But of course, with any foldable, you're not going to get the best quality in photos like you would on the S23 series. So take it for what it is. I mean, the Z Fold 4 didn't have horrible picture quality, but it would be nice to have an improvement on the current Fold 5. So the Galaxy Z Fold 5 does come with IPX8 water resistance. This means that it can withstand immersion up to 3 meters of water for up to 30 minutes. So that means that you can accidentally drop it in the sink or get caught in the rain and you shouldn't have to worry about water damage. So while it is water resistant, there is no dust resistance rating. So this is something to be mindful of, especially if you're in environments where dust or small particles can be of a concern. So getting extra protection such as like Samsung Care could provide peace of mind, especially considering the price point. Because as we know, these foldable phones, while they're great, they're just not as durable as a standard smartphone. And if you're watching this video and holding a Z Fold 4 in your hand, you might be wondering if it's worth upgrading to the Z Fold 5. So, I mean, in terms of specifications and design, the Z Fold 5 is an evolutionary step rather than revolutionary. However, I mean, we see improvements in the hinge design, brightness, and some software optimizations, but I mean, at its core, it shares a lot of the similarities as its predecessor. So the new flex hinge and then brightness and the other enhancements are welcome upgrades, but they might not be enough to justify a full upgrade from the Z Fold 4. So if you already have the Fold 4 and are satisfied with it, so holding on to it for another generation might be wise. However, if you're a newcomer or if you haven't upgraded in a while and are seeking the refresh experience, then of course, like I mentioned, the Z Fold 5 with its sleeker design and improvements could be what you're after. The decision, of course, is going to depend on your personal needs and preferences. The Z Fold 5 is a solid choice and a definite step up, but whether that step is big enough depends on where you're stepping from. But that's going to be it for this unboxing. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more tech-related content, and feel free to leave a comment below with your thoughts and any questions that you have about the Fold 5. But thanks for watching, and until next time, stay tech savvy, everyone.